This fellow was caught in two minds. Catch the ball or make a complete fool of himself. Guess which one he chose? Right, I'm facing a free kick. I've got to organise my wall. Check. Get into the correct position. Check. No, I definitely forgot something there. Oh yeah, keep hold of the ball. Blast. I've got 2 out of 3. Now all this keeper has to do is gently tip the ball over the bar and avoid, well, him for starters. This move starts with a lovely 1-2. The keeper was so impressed, he decided to do his own version of it. Not the best idea, perhaps. Now, we all know keepers can make mistakes when they're under pressure, but what's this fellow's excuse? Why am I in the reserves, he complained next week. Because the third team haven't got a game, said his manager. Here's Wrexham's keeper, Matt Baker, showing almost telepathic understanding with his fullback. Look at the speed in which he gallops back to his goal. Just in time to see Gray slotting in the corner before celebrating in front of hundreds of adoring travelling away seats. Baker's so slow getting back, one of his teammates decides to save it. Gillingham versus Portsmouth. Now, there's only one person who can beat Pompey's Jamie Ashdown from that distance, and that is Jamie Ashdown. Right, go on, go for it. I've got it. Right. Where's it? Oh. Tottenham Newcastle, 1974, and Newcastle keeper Tony Bell's first league appearance. He only had 2 things to remember that day. Don't forget to turn the gas off at home and try not to make a complete tit of yourself at work. Later, the Newcastle fans talked of having a stand built, not in his honour, but actually on top of him. Hard to know what the biggest mistake was here made by Benfica's goalkeeper, Andem William. Was it committing himself so far off his line, or was it wearing his dad's slippers for such an important game? See, they're comfortable up and down stairs, but there's no grip. Now here's Crystal Palace keeper George Wood with that old adage, if at first you don't succeed, balls it up completely. Look how he rises unchallenged by any Aston Villa player, puts it in their path, and then pushes a shot going wide into his own net. That's what you call multitasking. There's a reason why Jackie Chan has never made a film about football. It's because martial arts and football don't mix. Here's Preston's Tuevo Moilanen to prove it. A horrendous miss-kick provides Stuart Barlow with a tap-in. Manchester United may have won more silverware than anyone else in England over the last 15 years, but they did make mistakes, you know. Who's the guilty keeper here? Stand up, Fabian Barthez. Keep standing, keep standing! Doesn't come much easier than that for Paolo Di Canio. Poor old Fabian, what was he doing here? Hailing a taxi? Surely he could have waited to the end. Another packed stadium sees Swindon's keeper, Tom Heaton, rushing off his line to collect a long ball. And missing it completely, allowing Port Vale to score. Where was he going? Why was he going? If he'd gone out of his area any further, he'd have had to pay to get back into the ground. Now here's Kilmarnock keeper Gordon Marshall making the ultimate goalkeeping clanger by allowing a daisy cutter to go through his hands and legs into the net. With mistakes like that, Gordon, you'll give Scottish goalkeepers a bad name. In this game between Ipswich and Queen's Park Rangers, Ipswich keeper Kelvin Davis proves that too much time on the ball can be fatal. All he's got to do is thump it and land it on someone's head. But he got the second bit right anyway. Well, I'm glad he can see the funny side of it. Whether his manager did, I would very much doubt. What were you thinking of, Kelvin? Now here's an intricate set piece from the Bundesliga and an even more intricate display of goalkeeping from Stuttgart's stuttering number 1. No, number 25. That might explain things. All right, I've got it. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. Yours. 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 It doesn't get much bigger, of course, than Manchester United versus Arsenal. But things couldn't have been much worse for the Gooners. With a comedy of errors straight from the kickoff, David Bellion had scored within 20 seconds. Manuel Almunia's captaincy lasted nearly as long. Goalies never made mistakes, of course, in the good old days, did they? Well, here's a masterclass from the 70s, with Sheffield United against West Ham. Well, maybe times haven't changed that much as Jim Brown spills this rocket back into his own net. And this is the great man himself, Peter Shilton, pumping the ball forward to cause mayhem at the other end. Poor old Tom McAllister succeeding only in clawing the ball into his own net. And good to see the advertising was spot on. Who are you going to call? Goalbusters?